Lewis, the biggest market out there is being ignored by most insurance agencies right now. What are they missing out on?
So I will tell you guys the bilingual market. I think agents need to find a way to focus on that bilingual market. I truly do feel that they're underserved. I don't think that there's enough Spanish speaking agents out there. And even
Mhm.
if they are, they don't target those Spanish speaking clients. And I don't know why. I can
Yeah.
only guess, Alex. My only guess is that it takes a lot of work to create collateral. It takes a lot of work to create brochures, marketing materials, ads for Spanish speaking clients, but it is definitely an underserved market.
Yeah. How did you start getting into that? Did you serve both English and Spanish?
So I'm fully bilingual. I started off, of course, doing both. I mean, when I talked, it didn't matter to me whether they spoke Spanish or not. I went after them. But I think for agents, especially in this current market and with the competition that we have to deal with, if you want to set yourself apart from everybody else, focus on that Spanish speaking market. And it's not that hard. And Alex, me and you were talking a little bit about this before. What does an agent do if they don't speak Spanish? Are they completely out of luck? And the answer is no, guys. You are not out of luck. What you can do is get out there and hire a bilingual staff person to help you with that. So just
Yeah.
because you don't speak it doesn't mean you can't target that Spanish speaking market.
Totally. And voice AI now can talk in all kinds of different languages too. It's just crazy. But for the Spanish speakers, are they mostly, do you think that it's ignored? Do they know there's a market and they're just choosing not to go after it? Or are they blind to the fact that it's even there? What do you think?
Okay, so I'm going to throw it out there. This is in my little opinion what I think happens. The Spanish speaking market, for the most part, are typically face to face people. Okay,
Oh, okay. Okay.
they are not the telesales type of client, normally. Okay, I'm talking about norms out there. So when I talk to a lot of agents want to stay in that telesales environment. So the phone calling, it works. Again, I'm talking about norms and in generalities here. But the Spanish speaking market, that clientele is the handshake kind of clientele. They want to
Mhm.
sit in front of an agent. They want to talk to an agent. They're not very big on tech. So I
Got
would
it.
say that a huge reason why they don't want to target is you got a lot of telesales agents that work from home. They don't have
Yeah.
an office. And, the typical Spanish speaking client, they want to walk into an office. They want to sit down and have a discussion. I think the technology savviness in general with that clientele is not there, which sets up a roadblock. So I think that, in my opinion, is a issue. But it can be an issue, but it can also be the way in.
Yes, exactly. That wherever there's an obstacle, there's an opportunity. So, how did
Yes.
you set it up so that you were reaching those people the way that they wanted to be connected to? Did you do events or just make yourself available for face to face?
So what I did is I do have an office, so I do make myself available. Secondly, I make sure that all the people that I hire, and I have 14 people, I make sure that they're bilingual, so that way they're also able to help my clientele. But what I did, and this was a focus, I went to where a lot of Spanish speaking, low income people hang out. Okay. And maybe I'm being a little, not racist is the word, but a little more, I guess targeted. I would go to what we call the pulga. Okay. That's what we
Mhm.
call it in Spanish, the flea markets. And
Nice.
so I would go to the flea markets, and I don't do it now, but I used to do this heavily back in the day. What I would do back in the day is I would spend my Saturday mornings and my Sunday mornings at flea markets. I'd have a booth. I'd set up my banners. My kids would go with me and they'd bring all kinds of stuff to sell. But when I'm selling ACA and Medicare, that literally was a target rich environment. And I
Nice.
would say, and then I'm in San Antonio, we're heavy, heavy Spanish speakers, heavy, heavy Latino, Hispanic. Most of the people I talked to were Hispanic and Spanish speakers. So it was a gold mine for me.
Nice.
I don't
Nice.
do it anymore only because I've hit the point where I don't have to do it. But if I was a young, hungry agent, oh, I'd be out at those flea markets all day long. I mean, they're just you think people don't shop for insurance, and they typically don't, but it's a good way to meet people and get your name out there so that you can visit with them during the week.
Now we know Spanish speakers are buying health insurance and auto insurance somewhere. Are they going online? Are they that underserved that they're just having to go buy it online? Or how are they shopping now where we can interrupt their shopping pattern and, build a business with them?
I do think that the norm is not shopping online. They're
Okay.
going somewhere face to face. And I think that again, you said it perfectly. Where there's a roadblock, there's an opportunity. Okay.
Mm.
So I do think that these Spanish speaking people are going and visiting with people in person. So for an agent, if you start thinking, okay, well, how do I do that? What can I do if I work from home? Naturally, you can't have those people come into your home. Okay, so
Right.
that's obvious. But what can you do to go get out there and meet people? So my idea, just thinking out loud, would be number one, the flea market. Get
Yeah.
out there. There's open air flea markets. There's the closed flea markets. Get out there. Number two, do events. Okay.
Yes.
Again, back in the day, I was at one of our local grocery stores 3 days a week, 9 to 1, and I'd set up my booth and I would just do my thing. That's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're not going to sit there
Right.
and open up your booth and people all of a sudden going to come to you. It is a marathon. But you, as an agent, if you don't have the ability to open up a storefront office and visit with people, then do the opposite. Get out there where they hang out. So pharmacies, grocery stores, the open air flea markets, closed air flea markets, do events. Get out there and figure out where people are hanging out and go do events. And it's not as scary as you think it is. Getting a table, a few chairs. Who doesn't have an iPad now?
Yeah.
So you can have an iPad and you can do all your work on there, or hotspot your phone. Go get a booth, I mean, or a tablecloth and put it over your table. It doesn't take a lot of investment to get out there, and I think the return is high, but it's not fast. It's
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah. Did you do anything with referral partners? Were you like going to these events or even hosting events with others that also serve the market?
You know what I did? So mainly the referral partners that I partnered up with, and there's three of them that I love. Okay, number one, go out there and partner with tax people. Okay,
Nice.
the beauty, if you're in the ACA space, there is something that tax people need, and you're like, well, what do they need? They need that 1095, the
Mhm.
tax document. And so if you go up to a tax guy and say, look, I can help your customers get this form because they can't complete the tax return. Just have your customers get a hold of me, share my number. You may or may not be able to sell them on the spot, but it's a lead you can work. So
Yeah.
tax preparers, number one, whether it's CPAs or just tax preparers in general. Number two, doctors' offices. Okay,
Ooh.
you may think that going to doctors' offices, there's so many they get hit on. They do, but I don't think they get hit on by insurance agents and in the right way. And here's what I think is the right way: go to a doctor's office, and if they don't have somebody that they're working with, be that person that can take all those insurance questions off their plate. So offer them a service. Don't go in there asking for business. Say, look, I just want to be a resource. Call me. If you don't know the answer, call me. I'll try to help your clients out. By the way, do you have these two type of clients in your practice, Mr. Doctor? Number one, do you have clients that come to you and have no insurance? I can try to help those people. Number two, do you have clients that have insurance, but they have the one that you don't take, or the ones you don't
Ooh.
take? So this is what I will do for you, doctor. Tell me which ones you take. Make a little list there. Hey, I've got 8 in my county. You guys take 4. Send me your people that have the wrong plan or no plan, and I'll try to do everything in my power to put them into one of those 4 plans that you take. That way you can maintain your patient.
Nice.
Okay, so
Nice.
that's number one is your tax preparer. Number
Yep.
two is your doctors and medical clinics. Here's number three, guys, is target somebody like me, a P&C agency. I will just tell you, and I do not know why, but the majority of P&C guys hate health insurance. They hate it with a
Yeah.
passion. I don't know why. I mean, I think some of my colleagues. I don't know what's wired in the brain, but they do not like health insurance. They don't want to touch it. And it's super odd. Well, go into a P&C agency and maybe start with the one that you're insured with and have a conversation with the agency owner. And here's what I would go into. So if you walk into my office and you want me to share my book with you, well, what's in it for me
Right.
as the agency owner? So don't go in there like, for you, it's great. As the agent going there trying to work their book, you're going to make money. But you need to go in there with the presentation saying, look, this is what's in it for you, Mr. Agency Owner. Number one, I would like to sit at your office, call from your office, but don't expect to give you a list. I'm not going to share my clientele. But hey, if you have a space for me, let me sit at your office and call your clients on your phone. I go, okay, that's number one. Number two, you're not going to have to pay me. Okay. I'm not going to charge you, I'm not an hourly or anything. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call your list of people that you give me, and I'm going to thank them for being an insured of that agency. Okay. I'm going to ask them if they have any questions. And if they do, I'm going to take a message and bring it back to you. Then you distribute that. I'm not going to handle your P&C stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm also going to bring up the fact that if they only have one line of business, let's say maybe they only have auto, I'm going to mention to them that we don't have their home, and that they bundle, they might get a discount.
Yeah.
And if they're
Nice.
great. So what I'm going to do is just I'm going to cross sell for that agency owner. And if they want it and they bite, maybe I transfer the call to somebody or just give it to the agency owner and let him decide what he's going to do. Here's number 3. Again, this is nothing for you. This is all for that agency owner that you're going to go talk to. The third thing you're going to do is when you're talking to that agency's clients is mention the fact that, look, we don't have any record of your life insurance. Where's your life? I have it at work. Beautiful. You're one of the lucky ones. But nobody works for the same company 30 years. And there's no
Yeah.
guarantee that you're going to keep that life. So here at this agency, what we do is we want you to have your own life policy. After we get done today, Alex, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give your name to so and so, and they're going to walk you through that. So now let me tell you, Alex, why I'm calling. So you're going in there, Mr. Agent, with 3 things for that agency owner. You're gonna do a welcome or a high call, whatever you want to call it, a thank you call. You're gonna cross sell line of business they don't have. You're gonna try to sell life for that agency owner. None of these 3 things really benefit you. All you're doing is you're dumping this information on that agency owner's lap.
Yeah. Wow.
Now,
Wow.
as an agency owner myself, I'm thinking, well, that's really cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have to pay you. You're going to do all that. Normally, I have to pay people to do that. Okay. So, really, really cool, those 3 things. Now, we're going to get into the real conversation. Alex, the reason I'm calling from so and so's agency is I am their health insurance guy, or maybe I'm their Medicare guy, or whatever you're there to do for that agency. And the agency owner asked me to call you, Alex, and to discuss this with you. And you do your pitch, sell what you're trying to sell, and you do your thing. And then
Wow.
here's the 4th thing you're going to do with an agency owner. Remember, you're licensed and he's licensed, or she's licensed. You can share commissions.
Nice.
Okay. So now when you make a sale on whatever product you're there to offer, maybe you share commissions, or maybe you just drop a referral fee. Hey, Mr.
Yeah.
Agency Owner, every policy that sell, I'm going to give you $50. Would you like for me to give you a check and then 1099 you at the end of the year? Or I can give you a gift card, however you want it. Okay?
Nice.
So you're going to bring me as the agency owner 4 things: the thank you, the cross sell, the life cross sell. And then if you sell a policy, you're going to pay me.
Yeah.
Okay. If you get in there and you walk into a P&C agent's office with those 4 things, again, what's in it for that agency owner? You got a really good shot at working that agency owner's book. But I would tell you this: here are the expectations, guys. We are not going to give you a list of names and phone numbers for you to take home and call. It's just not going to
Right.
happen. Okay.
Right.
It's just,
Right.
that the reality of life is, oh, hell no, I'm not going to do it as an agency owner. But if you're calling from my phone, my office phone, you're using my computer and everything's there, everything stays with me, I'm more likely to do it.
I love that. I love that. Well, this has been great, Louis. So for those of you listening, you're an agency owner. First, find someone that you can hire who's bilingual so you can serve that Spanish speaking market. Second, make sure that you make connections with those referral partnerships that Louis mentioned. Each of those 3 are gold mines. And if go to my website at agencyacceleration.ai, click on the lab, you're going to see this podcast. And in there, we're going to make a playbook that walks you through the steps that Louis just went over. So it is free for you. That way you can download it. You're not like, wait, what did he talk about? So we got your back. Louis, thank you for taking the time, man. I really appreciate you. You're a rock star. And I'll see you soon.
Man, great. Glad to be here. Good luck, guys.
Thank you for watching. Please take notes. Please take action and subscribe. You will not get any value from the lesson you just got unless you implement it in your business. Please share this episode if you got value from it, and I'll see you online.